Alrighty, everyone, we are continuing to settle on into your first alert forecast update here. Thank you so much for being here with us on a Friday. Hoping the start to your day has been fantastic. We have seen a lot more tranquility, just a sense of calm to our weather pattern today. It's been a pretty nice little shake up from what we saw yesterday. Tough morning for a lot of folks, some isolated damage. We'll be interested to see once the National Weather Service goes out in their surveys if an actual tornado touched down. And when we get that official path, of course, we'll pass that along. But a lot to still come into the day. We are still going to be focusing forward because even though we've seen a bit more of this activity yesterday as opposed to what we're seeing this morning, it's sandwiched in between now because we can actually get a few storms to fight back later this afternoon. Nothing organized like yesterday morning, but we're still going to see more just bubbling up in little pinpointed areas. It's going to be in a spotty sense, but that doesn't matter. Just because you are not going to see a storm doesn't mean someone else, a couple communities or even counties over, can't see something impactful. So let's see it out. Let's go on. Let's take you outside. We are going to be going on towards what is going to be more of this type of day where it's going through a good amount of interchanges. Right now we just see calm, we see clouds, and our southern viewing area really looking to see Orangeburg County actually picking up a little shower activity over the next couple of hours, which is unfortunate because, of course, right when they have graduation day for SC State down that way. But we will be getting a little light rain activity to move through Orangeburg County. But most of the rest of us looking to stay on the drier side. Obviously, anywhere to the north of Columbia and Lexington will be unscathed for the most part for the morning. But after this, we will be looking onward to some changes pushing forward into the afternoon. So just a quick outlook here. What we're seeing again, as traffic is rolling along nice and smooth, we see so many temperatures, if you haven't noticed, around that 70-degree mark or just below. We have Newberry, Saluda, Batesburg, Leesville, all there, up to Camden and Winsboro, down to Orangeburg, right over to Sumter, and then right into Lexington and Richland counties. Those upper 60s still, for the most part, unshaken for the morning. But once those clouds work to clear, and they will getting into the early afternoon based on all indications here, we're going to be seeing a cold front making a push through the region. As that happens and as temperatures heat up, if you got to think about how cold fronts work and what they do when they get under moisture. They send it up into the atmosphere. That's, of course, just one big factor how cold fronts work. They force all of this, all these severe weather ingredients, essentially, up into the sky, and adds to that instability up there in a simple sense. And as that happens, what goes up must come back down, and they will in the spotty storm sense later today. You still got to think about, though, that word, because spotty is going to be key. There's going to be good amounts of breaks in between, dryness. A lot of you out there will have the capacity to not even see any storms bubble up today, but some of us will. Before we get back to that gorgeous weekend ahead, Mother's Day weekend, it's right around the corner, and it is going to be such a nice stretch here. So let's keep on going towards 10, 2 even p.m. Getting early into this afternoon, we're starting to see it's starting to show through. Okay, some of that convective potential popping off a little bit. Kids heading home from the classroom, folks heading home from work, people going out to dinner, at least an early dinner in a couple hours after this time, and we will be looking at this trying to make it move through the region, a cold front. And it really starts to come together as it looks to push across the state later today and then even blow up a little bit more, I would say, likely down towards the coast of South Carolina, picking up a little bit more of that moisture. So please just think about this. If you're going to be out and about later today, you got some big plans, you are going to be traveling somewhere across the state perhaps getting into the weekend. This is going to be something to watch for that portion of the day. Right now, looking to see that sweet spot of 3 to 6 p.m. But once we get into the evening and overnight, we can continue to travel along to Saturday morning. Into that start, it is going to be back into the 50s, widespread clearing, nice and cool. Man, a beautiful day. Upper 70s with a little bit of mix of sun and clouds by the end of it. Man, I don't know. It's just a perfect type of Saturday for me personally. Some might like to see a little bit more 80s, a little bit more of that heat back. But, this time of the year, man, that is so good. 80s on Sunday will be back, though. Likely around 81, 82. So still the lower spectrum of 80s. But with all that sun still keeping up with a breeze out of the north in general, that will keep humidity away the way these winds are likely going to be pushing from. So it's just a fantastic pattern. Nothing doing with any rain and storm chances, and it just continues on into getting us to this sense of, wow, I can just enjoy this weekend if I have, and I don't have to worry about the weather whatsoever, other than, UV rays protecting your skin from the sun. Make sure to have that sunblock if you're going to be outdoors for a good bit of time. As we go through this Friday, we are going to see into another school day. Those temperatures rise, kids coming home. That is going to be where we could see a little bit more of that threat window, that 3 p.m. range, and then, of course, getting towards 4 or 5. Got to watch out for that with some spotty storms trying to flare back up before that Mother's Day weekend. And whatever you're going to be doing, hopefully everyone has all their gifts bought for the moms out around the region, making sure you are going to be continuing to enjoy this weekend to the fullest capacity, making sure all moms are loved, and just positive vibes, blue skies, temperatures that are comfortable. It's just going to foster a nice environment no matter what you're doing getting into this weekend. So I really hope that you can take solace in that, and it's a great silver lining into your forecast. Going into Tuesday, we will be trading in the sunglasses during the weekend, back for that umbrella, so we will keep you posted on that as a likely another cold front tries to roll through the region there. Not anticipating too much in the way of a storm threat, but we'll see if that increases a little bit as we get closer. This has been your Friday First Alert Forecast Update. I am meteorologist Tony Chivaroli. Thank you again so much for being here. If you need to hang around a little bit longer, you got the time, we will be taking a check on news headlines for you, whether it be local or national, and that is coming up on What's New this morning, just before 9 o'clock. We are continuing here on Friday. It's going to be a great day. Hope you'll yet again stay on the stream. Thank you again so much for checking in this morning. Appreciate you being here and checking on all of your First Alert Forecast updates on all of our platforms.